Okay, so we are muted and recording. So I want to welcome you guys on to the call tonight. I know everybody's been busy with summer activities, and I just want to take the time to thank you all for taking the time out of your busy summer festivities to be on and hear a little bit about what Ken and I have been working on and what we're excited to share with you guys. So I'm going to actually share my screen so you guys can kind of see some of what we've been working on. So give me a moment to do that here. Let's see, share desktop. There we go. And then I do have the chat feature. I did have it. It just disappeared. Let me get that brought back up. So if you guys want to chat, please do. And actually, if someone wouldn't mind just saying that you can see my screen with the team logo on it. Are you guys able to see? Yes. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Erica. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start out with a couple of just updates, promos, things like that. Hopefully by now you all know that tomorrow is our last BOGO day of July. We've got an awesome one to end the month out. So if you buy a spearmint, you're going to get a free tangerine and a free lemon. So that is actually, that should do really well with our BOGO specials. These are popular oils. They smell great. They all taste great. And there's a lot of great uses for them. So I haven't had time to post any of the usage information in our customer group because I've been working on my presentation for tonight. So I will get to that after the call tonight. So stay tuned for more graphics and things. I mean, I posted the graphics in the builders group. You guys are welcome to use those and go and do your own thing in your own groups. But I will get engaged in the customer group here in a little while. Okay, Justin Harrison, if you guys haven't seen by now, he's been doing a webinar each day that the BOGO goes live, where people just jump on and share different testimonies on how the oils have helped them. And they are not they're not archived. They are recorded, and they're recorded and available to watch for 24 hours only, and then they disappear. And the reason for that is because they are not compliant. And so if you want to hear some testimonies where people get on there, you know, we talk about facts sell but stories sell, or facts tell but stories sell, right? So this is what the whole idea behind what Justin is doing with these BOGO webinars, and there's a lot of awesome information on them. So, and he never knows what's going to happen because anybody can log in and jump on and share their story. So it's a great way to learn how to use these oils. Just want to remind you guys that the Precious Petals promotion is wrapping up for the month. Hopefully you guys are, if you haven't qualified at least for the Kananga oil, that you still have a couple more days to do that. Fortunately, Ken and I have qualified for Kananga. I know a lot of you have actually qualified for the Jasmine. So you guys still have a few more days left. You know that anything is possible. But you guys know that the Rose, Kananga, and Jasmine cannot be purchased from doTERRA. You actually can only get the Jasmine touch and the Rose touch, you know, through purchasing. And then these are obviously the undiluted version, and then Kananga you can't get at all. So just to kind of remind you, if you get 2 customers enrolled with 100 PV or more during the month of July, you get the free Kananga oil. If you enroll 4 customers with 100 PV or more, you get a 5 ml Jasmine. If you enroll 8 customers with 100 PV or more, you get the 5 ml Rose. And if you enroll 11 customers or wellness advocates with 100 PV or more, you get all 3. So still time to do it, you guys. So I just want to remind you about that. Okay, so Erica and I had the just awesome opportunity to go to the doTERRA Diamond Retreat just a few weeks ago at the corporate campus. And it was probably one of the best, somebody's drawing on our slide. I don't know how that got there or who's doing that, but it's okay. We love you. So the Diamond Retreat was, for me, probably one of the best leadership trainings that I have been to, because there was just so much transparency amongst the leaders with, you know, what's going on in our businesses. And then it just felt really good to connect on the corporate campus. And, you know, Ken and I have been going to convention the last few years. It's been probably about 3 years, maybe, since we've been to the corporate campus. So to see the growth of the company, for me, it was just like a reminder, like, okay, this company is going places. Like, they are going far and wide, and like, I want to be a part of that. Like, you know, I knew I wanted to be a part of it, but it was a good reminder. So if you guys get the opportunity to go see the corporate campus for the corporate tour during convention, I highly encourage you to do it. We actually bought or registered for tickets for the tour this year, but we are going to give them to actually some of our team, because they did not get tickets. And since I was just there, we also have registered for other trainings that are going on. So I highly encourage you guys to go take advantage of the corporate tour, because it'll knock your socks off. I mean, you'll be blown away with all that goes on at that campus.
The drawing went away. The
drawing went away. Yes. Thank you, whoever deleted that. Okay. So a couple of announcements that Emily Wright shared with us that are coming. We don't have exact dates, but I just kind of want to share with you a couple of things that you can kind of look for that corporate is working on. They are working on making an easier onboarding process for our new customers, right? So I know a lot of times, you know, people are uncomfortable giving their personal information first before they can even get in there to shop. Which is kind of how it's set up right now. So doTERRA is actually changing that around, where they're gonna be able to shop, add things to their basket, and then provide their personal information and set up their account. So that's a big change that we're all excited about. The other big change is that they're going to eliminate the need for a date of birth for customers. They're only going to require that for wellness advocates, which makes sense. So there's really not a reason to get it for customers. It was just how their system was set up in the beginning. So they're going to eliminate that. And then if a wholesale customer you know, decides to upgrade their account, of course, that's when they'll be required to provide their social security number and their date of birth. So those are really positive changes that are coming that we are very excited about. Something else that's in the works is express pay methods for the checkout process using Apple Pay and PayPal, and what other express pay methods there are. Those are just some of the notes that I wrote down. I don't know if there were more than that. There is a new Diamond Club mobile site that's mobile friendly that is going to be coming out, that's going to be more user friendly for Diamond Club participants as well as the sponsors. So that's exciting. I think that's supposed to be available for this round of Diamond Club that's about to happen. So those of you that are on the call and in Diamond Club, yeah, look for that. That's awesome. The new Prime Wellness Club app. So this is awesome. They were showing us that this is basically going to be a way for us to track our enrollments and where we are in the process with them, as far as if, you know, they're on loyalty rewards, or if they're on their first loyalty reward, second or third, and tracks our points and helps us know where we are with our Prime Wellness Club standings. So that is coming, as well as a new event site. And this I'm super excited about. From what I understood, what was being explained with the event site is it's basically a calendar where people can go and register events that are you're hosting, like classes, and it's a nationwide event. And you know, so if you have team that you want to send to, like if you're in Florida and you have somebody in Georgia and you want to help them find a class in Georgia, you should be able to do this as long as people are registering their events. So this is really exciting because this is very needed, because so many of us have team that are outside of our area that we want to help get plugged into events, and we don't know people in those areas, so that's where this calendar is going to come in handy. So I don't have exact dates. Emily just said some of these are in the works that are coming in the next, you know, couple of weeks or, you know, months down the road. But just know that these are things that corporate is working on and that you can look for as really awesome upgrades in the back office and, you know, with apps and things like that. So the second round of the Diamond Retreat attendees happened to get Citrus Bliss deodorant. Eric and I were blessed with the Citrus Bloom oil, which I'm happy with because you can't get that oil all the time. I know I'm going to be able to buy this. But it is launching August 1st for the Citrus Bliss deodorant. So I know there were some questions because originally when corporate announced this at convention last year, they actually announced that this would be a sensitive blend and it wouldn't have baking soda in it. But from what I'm understanding, the people that got it said it is not the sensitive blend and it does have baking soda in it. So just kind of know that. But we're excited about this. And I kind of was thinking, and I have no idea if this is the case, but I wondered if the reason why they didn't do the sensitive blend with this one is because it's all citrus oils and, you know, for sun exposure reasons and things like that. It's just a guess. I have no idea. But I know our sensitive one is the wild orange and the Douglas fir, which is awesome. And that's the one I use and I absolutely love. Yes, Erica loved getting that extra citrus bloom. It's awesome. Okay, so the Citrus Bliss deodorant launching August 1st. The other products that are supposed to be launching, we were told at the end of July, which would be any day now, and if it's not the end of July, hopefully it's August, would be the baby line. So keep your eye out for that. Hopefully we'll have some exciting announcements for the baby line coming in the next few days or week or so. Okay, jumping to convention. So those of you that are on the call and or listening at the recording want to share the details for our team dinner. I got with some of our leaders and talked about our options for this year, and we have settled on an Italian family-style dinner at Buca di Beppo. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And literally this is, I think it's about a block or two at the most from the Salt Palace Convention Center. So no need to Uber or rent bikes or anything like that. I mean, like literally you can just walk to the restaurant from there. So it's going to be $20 per person. And you can see the menu here. There's going to be one appetizer of the mozzarella caprese. We're going to have the option of a mixed green and a chopped antipasta salad. 2 pasta dish options, which is a spaghetti with the meat sauce and a cheese manicotti. Your entree option is the chicken marsala. 2 dessert options, chocolate chip cannoli and tiramisu. And then the beverages are unlimited soft drinks, coffee, and tea. So we will, Ken has not actually made the registration link live yet. That will be, we'll let you know in the group when it's live. It should be any day now, right, in the next day or two. So, you know, we'll send you, we'll put a post in the group and tag all of you guys and let you know to go to register. When you register, there will be a special section there if there's any dietary restrictions or allergies. We will ask that you put that in there, and the restaurant has, you know, agreed to work with us because they know that we are, you know, health conscious group, and you know, they want to make sure that they'll provide a meal to, you know, anybody that's got any dietary restrictions or allergies. So know that you can put that down, and we will provide that list to the restaurant. And the other thing I do want to mention, in talking to some of our leaders, there was a request for some alcohol. which is all good. We love alcohol, right? So we are going to also allow you guys, well, what the restaurant has actually suggested is that we do a drink ticket option. So anybody, because we know not everybody wants an alcoholic beverage, so we don't want to pay for those that don't want it. Yeah, right, Kelly? She's like, yeah, baby. So the drink ticket option will be, something that you can select when you register for the dinner, and you can put however many you want. You can see that
maximum 15 per person.
Ken says maximum of 15 per person. I think at that point they would be doing the, I would call it the Duval crawl, but I don't know what the street would be in Salt Lake City. So so just know that you have that option for drink tickets, and you can see that we'll list out the meal and everything on the registration page with what drink options there are. So, and then we'll be provided the tickets when we check in that evening, and we'll have the list of everybody that bought them, and we'll give them to you guys. So. Kelly says a hangover shot would be needed. Hey, we've got an oil for that, Kelly, right? Okay, so now on to what I have been talking about in our group about changes coming. I know that you guys are kind of wondering what is going on and what we're talking about. And I actually, the first thing I'm going to say is we are no longer going to be doing team calls. Okay, these are going away. My team calls, Ken's showing his thumb. Okay, so the team calls I'm going to actually do as Facebook Lives now, because basically what we've been covering on the calls are monthly promotions, updates or announcements, just things that people can watch on a Facebook Live and catch up, when they need to. I mean, you guys are, involved in your, other groups. If you're, in the silver group, the premier group, the gold group, whatever groups you're in, I know you guys are getting caught up on those announcements. Obviously, we have people that aren't in those groups, so I will be doing the Facebook Live to make sure that everybody's caught up to date with those announcements. So this is where the change comes in. And before I tell you what that is, I want to read a devotional. So hopefully you guys can see. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so Erica on our team, who's on this call, actually has been sharing some devotionals from this book that have stood out to her over the last few months. She's, or maybe since the beginning of the year. And a couple times I've read them, the ones that she's shared, and I've commented on them because they've been pretty profound. So Erica blessed me with this awesome devotional book when we went to the Diamond Retreat. It's the Leadership Promises for Every Day, and it's a daily devotional by John C. Maxwell. And we do not see the book, so please share the title. I'm holding it up. Hopefully you guys can see. But yeah, I'll read it one more time. It's Leadership Promises for Every Day, and it's a daily devotional by John C. Maxwell. And so Erica gave this to me as a gift at the Diamond Retreat, and I thanked her so much because I just love the book. And I want to read to you, and I sent this text. Erica knows what's coming. But on July 22nd, I actually sat down to read the devotional for the first day since I got back from the Diamond Retreat. And it just was so profound for a first. Erica says, I'm so happy you love it. I thought you would. Yes. It was so profound for a first, like my very first reading out of the book. So I'm going to read it to you, and it might strike a chord with some of you. So this was from July 22nd, and it's titled Mending the Walls. And it starts with the scripture. It says, it's Nehemiah 2:17 and 18. And it's, the scripture says, Then I said, Come and let us build the wall of Jerusalem, that we may no longer be a reproach. So they said, Let us rise up and build. Then they set their hands to this good work. Then it drops down into the actual devotional. It says, A city wall in ruins was a very bad thing in ancient days. It left a city vulnerable to both physical attack and hurtful ridicule from neighboring powers. In Jerusalem's case, the unrepaired wall also gave foreigners a reason to scorn God, whose holy city it was. And that is why Nehemiah wept, mourned, fasted, and prayed for several days when he heard the news of the condition of the wall, which had been destroyed and neglected for more than a century. During the 120 years after the walls were torn down by the Chaldeans,
Sure.
I hope that's how I pronounce that, 2 Chronicles 36:19, generations of Jerusalem's people had looked at the ruins and done nothing. Maybe to them, rebuilding the wall looked like an impossible challenge, even though the city possessed plenty of workers. What the people needed was someone to rally them, plan their course of action, and take them through the rebuilding process. What they needed was a leader. They needed Nehemiah. Remarkably, it took the people only 52 days to rebuild the city wall, and they were able to do it because they had a great leader to navigate for them. I read this and I actually have the goosebumps now. And I sent Erica a text and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this, like just, I don't even know what my text said, but I just like, it just stood out to me, and it just was everything that I was feeling, and maybe everything that you guys are feeling too, right? We're in a season in doTERRA where, maybe life has gotten in the way. It got in the way for me. You guys know my story over the last 2 years, and it's been a tough journey. And it's, so when I read this and I thought about the rebuilding process, it can seem overwhelming, right? But over the last, few weeks to a couple of months, I've been talking to some of our leaders and some of the leaders who have, felt like that maybe they're not getting the support they need, or, just feeling discouraged, or whatever the case was. This really stood out to me for the first time that I read it. And I'm like, it was confirmation to me. That's what I was telling Erica. It was confirmation to me that what God had put on my heart and what Ken and I have been discussing, we were on the right path. And I'm not saying, because I know it says in here, and they were able to do it because they had a great leader to navigate for them. I am not saying that, I am all that, because by no means am I. What I am focusing on here is that, it basically took a team, right? They had the leader to pave the way, but it took the people only 50 days to rebuild the city wall because they had plenty of workers, right? And that's where we are. So I just wanted to share that with you as I share with you, what change we have come up with on our team. So no team calls, because we are actually going to do we're going to create a business builder support / accountability platform for our team. And thank you to Julie Donovan, who named it In It to Win It. And I added in the together down at the bottom because hopefully you guys recognize that logo for our upcoming convention, right? It's teamwork. We're all in this together. So what is In It to Win It? Well, let's take a look. I've got it broken down for you. Okay, so the purpose is to engage builders, or encourage builders to engage in the PIPES activities while being supported and held accountable for doing the IPAs. If you don't know what IPAs are, those are income producing activities. And this program is just as much for you guys as it is for Ken and myself. So we all need to engage in our PIPES activities. We all need support and being held accountable for doing those activities, right? So our goal is to help the builder set goals, because, right, if you don't know where you're going, you're likely not going to get there. The goal is to engage in the PIPES activities, just as we talked about, train on the PIPES activities, create cross-line collaboration. I'm going to explain that in more detail here shortly. Provide a platform for support and accountability. Obviously, we're in a duplication business, so we want what we are doing to duplicate down to our new builders. And we want this platform to be a platform that supports everyone within our team. So how it's going to work is anybody that is interested in doing the In It to Win It program or platform or support group or whatever you want to call it, everybody's going to register, and I'm going to give those details at the end. But basically, we're going to create support and accountability teams of about 3 to 4 people per team. And this is all going to depend on how many people actually register. Everybody in those support teams are going to be cross-line team members. They're not going to be upline, downline team. And there's a strategy for that, in that it's going to help you as builders not rely on your upline, because how many times do we hear in doTERRA, fire your upline, right? That's one reason. It's going to help the builder be resourceful. So rather, if it's somebody that doesn't have a leader that's engaged in the business, they're going to form these partnerships, you know, outside of their upline, downline, to, you know, have support, to, you know, be able to collaborate on things. So that's kind of the idea behind the crossline. So many times I have people come to me and say, I just don't feel supported. Well, hopefully this platform is going to help take care of that problem, because I actually, you guys know my story. When I started this business, you know, my upline was working full-time jobs, and, you know, I didn't really have support either. But I went and found what I needed to do to get plugged in, and I created cross-line partnerships. And those cross-line partnerships, I feel, for me, are a big part of you know, how we've succeeded in our business. So I think you guys will actually really love the cross-line collaboration. Okay, so what we're going to do is, everybody that registers, we're going to basically have another call that I'll show you at the end, is that I've got a scheduled call, and we're going to have a random name generator that's going to determine what teams, you know, everybody's going to be on. So I'm not picking the teams. It's going to be technology that's going to be picking the teams, and nobody can point fingers at anybody saying there's favorites or anything like that. We just want it to be a, you know, a technology thing. So with these support and accountability teams, there are going to be daily check-ins Monday through Friday, and you can decide as a team how you want to check in. I'm already getting good feedback, you guys. I love this. Yes, 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 I love this. So awesome. Love it. We all need accountability. Yes, we all need accountability. So the accountability, actually, Elise Sedovy is launching a new Diamond Dash program. I think Christina's got approved to go, and I think Eric is going. I'm choosing not to go because we have a lot of momentum happening here in our local area. It's kind of ironic. It's the same thing with Diamond Club. I didn't do Diamond Club because we had a lot going on in our local area. So I'm going to kind of wait it out and work with the momentum we have here. But the accountability, Elise was talking about this program, and the accountability piece is the biggest piece that people struggle with, right? You know, is if you don't have accountability, what's holding you to help you meet your goals? Obviously you've got your why, but you know, sometimes that it's not strong enough, or you know, you're not committed enough to making it happen. You know, like we're human, you know, and so having this accountability really, really helps. So the Monday through Friday daily check-ins will be determined by you and your accountability or your support team. You can do it by text messages. You can do it by voice messages. You can get on the phone and talk to each other. There's Marco Polo. There's all kinds of apps, and we can talk about these on our prep call that we're going to do. But I just kind of want to give you a heads up. This is what it's going to look like. And these daily check-ins, you know, the 3 to 4 people in these groups, the reason why there's not 2 people is because we don't want one person to, you know, be like, okay, you know, no, you're good. You didn't check in today. We'll just do it tomorrow. No, everybody's going to hold each other accountable. That is the purpose of this. Okay. So you guys are going to be having your accountability groups, and then you're going to work with each other throughout the weeks, right? Every week. But as a team, we're going to meet together every 2 weeks. And the 2 things that we're going to survey everybody that registers is the time and the day. Our first choice is to do it on a Sunday evening, because we feel that we'll get the most people on the call on a Sunday, because that's the least likely night for a class. We want people to, you know, obviously have weeknights for classes, or, you know, daytime, whatever. But we're open to Monday if Sunday is, you know, not acceptable for the majority. And we want it to be at the beginning of the week because you're going to be setting goals and things like that. The time, obviously, we're in Pacific time, so we want to give you guys time to get out of work if it's on a Monday, or wrap up family activities, whatever you're doing. So again, it could be, we'll put out a survey, but it could be 7:30 Eastern time, it could be 8 Eastern time. I don't want to go too much later than that because I don't want to get into your evening too late. So just know that those two will be sent out after everybody registers, and we'll basically do a survey, and the one with the highest votes wins. We are not going to record these calls. This particular call, yes, Deborah, is being recorded. I did record it, right? Yes, this is being recorded. So you guys can tag your teams and get everybody to listen to the call and decide if they want to participate. The calls for the team calls are not going to be recorded, and we're doing that for a specific reason, because we want you guys to show up. Because it's a lot easier for you guys to say, oh, it's recorded, I'll watch it later, and then you guys never watch it. So there is a strategy for us not recording it, and that is it. Deborah has someone that's having problems with her audio. Yes, I don't know why she's having problems with her audio. Hopefully she can get that figured out. Oh, maybe it's just because she's traveling and has bad reception. Zoe, as far as how long that call will be, my goal would be no longer than an hour. That's the goal. So, we want to make sure we have time to cover everything that we want to cover, which is we're going to be using the success check-ins from the Empowered Success System, which I'm going to show you here in a minute. On that success check-in, there's where we celebrate wins, we mastermind through struggles that people are having, we share goals. And again, depending on how many people we have that are going to participate in this, is going to depend on, how many people can verbalize this stuff or not. It may just be a few random people that share. This is going to be something we're going to figure out as we go. Every time we meet, every 2 weeks, we're going to have an educational segment on the pipes, because that is, where, basically where the income producing activities are. There are going to be weekly to-do assignments or homework, whatever you want to call it. I didn't want to call it homework because I don't want people to think that they're in school, but there are going to be things that we're going to ask you guys to do that your team's going to help hold you accountable to. And that may be making a names list. It may be, sampling, putting out X amount of samples during the week. It may be, reaching out to 2 people that haven't ordered in a while. Whatever it is, we're still working out those details, and we will share this with you as we progress. But those are things that you're going to be asked to do. You're going to be asked to do income producing activities, all right? There will be a Q&A, obviously, on the call as well. So that's what we're looking at for every 2 weeks. Here's the success check-in form that we're going to be using. It's from Empowered Success, as I mentioned, and so we're not recreating the wheel here. This is, something that you guys can, as you learn in this, program, you can take it and pass it on to your team. So the success check-in is to be completed weekly and shared with your accountability or your support team. All right, because again, you guys want to talk through things and hold each other accountable. Your success check-in, you'll have 2 weeks of forms, since we meet every 2 weeks, that are going to be submitted to me prior to our Zoom call, and there's a reason for that. And I'm going to explain, but I will give you the information how you submit it to me on our prep call. So the reason why we're asking for you guys to track your, or to submit these forms, is because when you zoom in on the success check-in, this I absolutely love. This is new, because we used to use these pipes or these success check-in forms, and they did not have it broken down into point segments, and I absolutely love this. So notice how under prepare, right, it breaks it down to things you should be doing: daily personal development, attend a team call, get mentored with the success check-in, attend a team training, and there's points beside everything, right? Let's just jump to present. Teaching a class, 6 points. Each personal attendee, 1 point, right? That's not already enrolled. I love this. This is helping you guys do your PIPES activities, right? And you're getting points for doing them. And look at how it says the minimum amount of points per week that you should have is 50. Your target is 75. And outrageous would be like what Erica does is 100 points a week. So we're going to track your points because these points are going to equate to drawing entries. This is where it gets fun, you guys. All right, so here we go. These drawing entries are going to basically be drawing entries for a pool. We're gonna call it the In It to Win It pool. And we're gonna ask you guys to invest in your business and put in $10 a month for 3 months. And you can do it $10 for, you know, every month, or you can just do it $30 for the whole month, however you want to do it. But basically, this is a pool. It has nothing to do with anything that Ken and I are collecting for anything. It is a pool that you are investing in that you have the opportunity to win, right? Because we're going to do a drawing each month for you to win, to be eligible to win the money in that pool based off of how many entries you have, right? It's not based on points, right? Because we know we have some people that might be stronger in certain areas than others and they might get more points, but your points will accrue to drawing entries. So everybody has a chance to win because as long as you have, you know, at least 50 points, you're going to be entered in the drawing to win this pool. So for example, if we have 10 people that participate in this program, but I think we'll get more, that's $100 that you could possibly win, right? If we have 15, that's $150 that you could possibly win. Or if we have 200, that's $200 that you could be eligible to win. So this is an investment in you. It's an investment in your business. And the reason we're asking you to put that $10 in is because that shows how serious you are, right? It's not just to have fun to win the drawing, which it is fun, but it literally will show how serious you are about your business. If you're oohing and ahhing or hemming and hawing about $10 a month, maybe this isn't the program for you because maybe you're not as serious. And I'm just speaking from my heart. This is what God put on my heart, and I want to help hold you guys accountable to your business. And if you put in $10 a month, I'm hoping and praying that's going to help hold you guys accountable to your business, in addition to, you know, your team, your Crossline team that's going to be helping to support you. Okay, so that's the individual pool prize, but then there's team prizes, right? So there's going to be a monthly drawing that's based on the team with the most points will win a special prize, okay? And so if the team, I haven't figured out all the point options, but say, you know, there's a team with 500 points, 400 points, 300 points, the team with 500 points is going to win, and everybody on that team will win the prize that we're giving. And we're not going to announce what the prize is ahead of time because we want there to be a little suspense behind it. And maybe if it's a prize that you don't like, but others on your team are, it's not fair to them, right? We want everybody to just be surprised at the end. So I promise you'll like the prizes. I promise you will like the prizes. There's going to be pop-up challenges as well, so more chances for you guys to win. So it is going to be a fun program, but it is going to be a business-focused PIPES income-producing activity program, all right? And it is just for 3 months. So the most important thing is that, yes, you guys can win all these great prizes, but this is designed to help you win at building a successful business, okay? So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So with all of that said, registration is open now. Ken actually put the registration information up on our website. You can go to naturallyspoiled.me, go to the event page. Yay, I love it. I'm seeing some people who are excited here. You can go to the event page, register, and then Ken actually put instructions there. Please do a friends and family transfer for the $10, okay? Because we don't want fees to be deducted out of this. This is just going into, you know, it's going to sit in my account, and then whoever wins for that month is going to, I'm going to transfer it right back to that person, and they'll get the money. So no fees deducted from it. So friends and family transfer. We're going to ask that you guys register by August 5th. that will allow you guys time to get any team that you didn't have listen to this video and let them decide if they want to participate, because August 5th, I think, is about a week or so from now. And then on August 6th, so the next day, we're actually going to have a prep call where we're going to go through more details of what those PIPES activities are, what things are going to look like, and work on your team assignments. And then after that, right now I have it set, as I said, for Sundays, because that's our first choice. We'll start rolling out everything Sunday, August 18th. And then if the poll shows that everybody prefers to do it on Monday, it would just be Monday, August 19th. And again, it may be 7:30 p.m. Eastern time or 8 Eastern time. So let's just kind of play that by ear based on what the poll or survey says. So this is going to go from August 18th, starting with that first call, or 19th, through November 30th. So there's a few, obviously, extra weeks because technically, 3 months would be September, October, November. So it's just going to be, the first $10 that you would put in would be August and September, and then October would be $10, and November would be $10. So let me read here. Yes, fun. Yes, exactly. We want to have fun, but we want to be serious with building our business. Are the points and entries based on the honor system, or are our teammates grading us? It is based on the honor system, but I will tell you that that's a really good question, Kelly. I've been trying to figure out how to do that. I can't come up with another way other than the honor system, because there's just the only way that we could see activity is through our back office. I mean, we're going to know if somebody's sitting there saying they have outrageous points, but their business isn't moving forward, they're not showing enrollments, they're not, ranking or things like that. We'll have an idea that maybe they're not being honest, but I trust everybody on our team, and that's what accountability partners are for. You're talking about your goals and, kind of letting everybody know what you're doing, and, you're going to just hold each other accountable. So, I trust you all, and I think the honor system will be, will work for this. With that said, I mean, this is our first time putting this together. We may have to tweak things as we go. This is not a program that I have learned from anybody else. We've Ken and I just sat down and kind of hashed this out a couple of, hours, and actually over a glass of wine at a winery. But yeah, so there may be some things that we, didn't think about that may come up that we may have to tweak. Okay, so that basically takes care of the In It to Win It platform. So I just kind of want to mention real quick on that $10, the monthly drawing. The reason why we are not doing a one big pot at the end, we thought long and hard about this, is because we want everybody to feel like they still have a chance, right? So, we have, say, the drawing for the August pot, or September, it would be the September pot. And then if somebody is like discouraged because like, oh, they didn't win the pot, but then it's like clean slate. You start all over again in October, and then the same with November. So we just want everybody to feel like they have an opportunity to win. And that's why we're basing it on drawing entries and not points, because we know that people will have, some may have continuously on a regular basis more points than others. So I think it hopefully plays out fair for everybody. And yes, Viviana says that's when the best ideas happen, over wine. Yeah, see, so you should start seeing a lot of good ideas pop out of Ken and I with all the wineries out here. What?
Hey, everybody. Hey, wait a couple minutes after the call. I'm going to add the questions on dates on Sunday, Monday to the registration.
Oh, you forgot to
list.
do that?
Yeah, I didn't put that on the list. So.
Well, no. Oh, yeah. No, you would do it when you register. Yeah, on the Google form.
Yeah, so just give me a couple of minutes after the call, and I'll add those. It'll just take me a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So with that said, before we wrap it up and go to Q&A, in our builder group, I have been starting to go through the group and clean it up a little bit. I know there are people that have fallen off our back office or system, or they're not engaged in the business. I actually want to ask you guys if you have some time, take 15 minutes or so. If you look in the builder group in this little section here where it says members, you click on the highlighted blue number, and then it will show you a list of members. My request of you guys is to just kind of scroll through and see if there are people that you know that are people that you've put in there or that were active but they're no longer active. I want to try to get these people out of this group. I've already cleaned up about 50 to 75 people out of the group, but it's time consuming because I don't know everybody. The reason why is because we're going to get very active in this group, and we're going to talk about, scripts and, inviting and things like that. And it just might be awkward if we have customers in here. So ideally, if you guys can help me and just spend a little bit of time, like I said, 10, 15 minutes, and just take a quick peek and see if there's anybody that, I don't know if you have the option to remove them or you have to just send me a list and say, can you remove, these people? That would be helpful. So, okay. And the last slide that I have before I stop sharing my screen and, see your beautiful faces and open it up for discussion is Diamond Club. I want to congratulate Alicia Connor, who is a silver leader on our team who qualified for Diamond Club. Renee Jones, a gold leader on our team. I believe this is Renee's first time at doing Diamond Club. Super stoked for you, Renee. And Erica Kappelman, who is participating. Erica's done this a few times, and she absolutely loves Diamond Club and what it does for her business. So I just want to let you guys know that these lovely ladies are going to be qualifying classes in Brevard, or maybe they'll share wherever they're traveling to. And starting in August through November is when the next the fall season of Diamond Club is. So if you guys have something that you want to, a class that you want to qualify for Diamond Club, you can reach out. You have options. Reach out to these lovely ladies, and they will be they'll do their best to be there to qualify your class. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I would love to ask you guys if you have any questions or you want to share any thoughts. You can unmute yourself. You can type in the chat. But I would love to hear your thoughts, or if you're excited and you're ready to participate, let me know. I've done all the talking. I need a break.
I fixed the link.
Ken says the link is ready now.
For Sunday or Monday at 7:30 or 8.
For Eastern time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys can, when you finish the call, you can register. Are you guys excited?
I think they're muted.
Well, they can unmute themselves. If I unmute everybody, it will sound like a zoo.
So excited.
Yay.
That's
Awesome.
Renee. I already registered. You can multitask and register right now.
Oh, good for you. I love it. She just registered. That's awesome.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. It sounds awesome. And Julie, I love the In It to Win It. You're brilliant, girl.
I know. I'm like, I just had this boring accountability call thing. I'm like, no, it needs to be more fun. And I sent Julie a text, and I'm like, give me your thoughts on this. And so she was brainstorming and came up with it. I'm like, yes, In It to Win
Brilliant.
It.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is going to be so much fun. I know so many people are going to be pumped.
Me too. I think it's gonna be a good thing. I'm excited that you're all excited. Good.
Thank you guys so much.
We just love you all, and we want to see you guys do great things with this business. I mean, like I said, after leaving the Diamond Retreat, it just I was just even more pumped than ever walking through the Prime Meridian clinic. It was just amazing. And that's the next, the second wave of growth that doTERRA is talking about. And we are about to ride that wave. So, and programs like this will help. And, we have Silver Club that will be available to all of our teams starting in January, I believe is the qualifying month. And this will hopefully set you guys up for that. And so the goal is we do this for the 3 months. Maybe we, kind of reconnect as a team, see what worked, what didn't work. And then if we need to make any tweaks, and then let's start it up again in January and change up teams and, kind of do something like that. And maybe we take another month off, and then we just, start it up again. So that's kind of the thought I have with this, is to kind of rotate this around. And then this way people can, learn about new, or learn and get to know new Crossline partners, and everybody connects to everybody differently. Everybody has different ideas and they learn from different people in different ways. So I think it's going to be good. Julie wants to know where the link is. So the link is in our events page. So click on In It to Win It on the graphic, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so go to the naturallyspoiled.me, you go to events, and then you will see a graphic, the In It to Win It, and click on that and register. And Renee just posted it for the group, so there you go. Go Renee. Awesome. All right. Any other questions, comments, anything?
Hey, Wendy, this is Kelly. I'm excited about this, only because, so even though I'm a gold leader, I've never actually followed the pipes. I've done probably a few of them, but I've never actually gone through each one of them. So I'm super excited to do that. So I just have a quick question about the accountability for the Crossline team. Are we basically going through those pipes with each other on our calls, or where is the accountability issue, or where are we going to be held accountable?
That's what we're going to talk about on the prep call. But yeah, it's basically we're gonna have assignments for you. I mean, like I said, to-do lists, and
yes,
it's going to involve all the pipes, the prepare, the invite, present, enroll. There's going to be tasks that you guys are going to be doing, and you're going to be, working with your accountability team during the gap that we're not meeting, right? And you're going to be helping hold each other accountable, masterminding through any struggles and things like that, talking about your wins, and then we reconnect every 2 weeks, and then we'll have some new assignments.
Perfect. I know I'm a list doer, so that helps me. That helps me a lot. So thank you guys.
You're welcome. Honestly, these empowered success guides are awesome because, like, I am not recreating the wheel here. I am taking the content that doTERRA has provided and, basically kind of helping put an action plan forward for all of us and just making a little fun with the groups and the prizes. But hopefully what this will do will help you guys duplicate this down in your teams, and using these materials where you don't have to recreate the wheel either.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Cool. Renee says, lists rock. Everyone needs an action plan and accountability. Excited to team up. Yes, I think this is going to be good. Good. Maybe I'll come up with team names. Who knows? That would be fun.
Do a prize for the best team.
Yeah,
name.
We could do some prizes for the best team name. We can have fun with this, you guys. I love it. The sky is the limit. All right. Give you guys another opportunity to ask questions before we wrap it up.
And I'll have it posted. This call here.
Yeah, Ken says he's going to post the call here shortly after it compresses and is ready for posting. So, and he makes dinner because we're starving. It's 5:30 here. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it. Everybody's kind of not asking questions, so I think we'll wrap it up. And I just want to say I'm really proud of you guys for showing up to the call. I'm super excited about what this is going to do for our teams. This is good timing with convention and the fall and back to school, back to reality, back to work kind of thing. So I think the timing is good. So I look forward to working with you all. So get your registration in if you're interested, and we will meet up on August 6th for our prep call. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.